Highland Festival Singers are so well known and so loved in the Haliburton Highlands. And of course, they're under the direction of Melissa Stevens. And they're presenting their 2021 Christmas concert recording. We're going to talk about that today. Melissa, thanks for joining us. Good to see you again.
You're welcome. Great to see you.
Yeah, it is nice. And you have a Christmas concert titled We Rise Again in Christmas Song. And I thought how fitting that was. We rise again, which is, I think all of us are enjoying a little bit of rising again, even though we're now in this new phase of the pandemic. It must be a really wonderful feeling for the singers to have gotten back together again.
Well, they're pretty excited about it. We even did some Zoom last in the spring, and they were excited about being able to do that, to be able to see each other. And we did it by sectionals, and we actually worked on our spring concert that we abandoned in 2020 because it's our hope to be able to do that concert in 2022. So we thought we would, work on that repertoire at the time. But they're just so excited to see each other. And I think part of what's happened as a result of the pandemic is people have come to realize how important singing is to their life and how good it is for their mental health and how good it is for their overall well-being. There's a lot of things that I've read about the importance of the community itself, but also there's a lot of benefits in your breathing and your posture and all that kind of memory and all that kind of stuff comes from singing on a regular basis.
Isn't that wonderful? And
Yeah.
how many members of the festival singers are there today?
Well, right now it's almost 30. Ordinarily it would be about 40 or 42. Some opted not to come back for this session because they weren't sure of what was going to be happening. Everybody was comfortable with our guidelines. Everybody had to be double vaxxed and they had to sign in every week, and we were social distanced, and we sang with mass, and we did the recording with mass.
Really?
So,
Really?
Yeah. So we were taking all the precautions.
Well, when the group are singing with mass, that must be a difficult undertaking for vocalists.
Yes, it can be very tiring. Now we all had, they had available, there's a little piece of a silicone piece that they can put inside their mask, and it sits like this, and it keeps the mask out away from their mouth when they breathe in. And we bought those for the choir, and those were available to them to use, and a lot of them really liked that. So when they take a big breath, they're not sucking the mask into their mouth.
Excellent. And when did they start the rehearsing, Melissa?
September, beginning of September. We did a couple of weeks of Zoom and just did sectionals to start to work on the Christmas repertoire, and then we came back together about mid-September.
Whereabouts was the recording done?
At the United Church, where we usually do our concerts, but we didn't do it concert style up on the front at the front of the church. We did it in the pews, totally social distance. So they're pretty spread out, and it's a lovely sound. If I had a huge venue where I could spread a choir out like that all of the time for a concert, we'd be doing they thought they weren't going to like doing it like that, but you can really hear everything very well.
And who helped you with the actual recording of the
recording? Justin Van Lieshout. He's works at a company called 519 Films, and he did them for all three of my choirs. So I was doing all of them at I did three of them within 10 days. So it was a lot of work.
How did you come on the idea of creating a recording that people could download? Was that something that you had in mind from the outset?
Yes. Yeah. When we started back in September, we knew we would have to make a decision by about the middle of October, but we knew we could, it would be a lot of work, but we knew we would go that way if we had to.
Now, the program itself is a lovely mix of popular music, traditional music, and more serious Christmas music. And how long does the program run?
I think it's about 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how do people?
it's all Christmas songs except for "We Rise Again," which is a very, very a favorite song of the singers from our Canada 150 program. So they really liked that song, and we liked the fact that we were rising again in voice and song, and they were excited about that.
And when it was all finished and all put together, did the members of the festival singers get to hear it in advance?
No, they got to hear it at the same time as everybody else.
well, I must say it's a very affordable treat for any family.
Yes. And you get to watch it as many times as you want for one price.
Now, when you say watch it, is it an actual video or is it an
Yes.
audio?
No, it's a video. You can see the
Wonderful, wonderful.
So Justin used about 4 or 5 cameras and a couple of microphones, and then it was all edited together. It's very cool. He did an amazing job.
Now, let's talk about how people can see the program. How do they get it?
This particular one is on Shop Close By. So they can go to Shop Close By, and where it says all categories, they can click on that, and one of the choices is concerts. And you go to the one that says "We Rise Again," and they'll ask you for a credit card and $10, or if you want to pay more, you can pay more. And then one of the things you have to do when you set up your account is you have to leave an email, and then a link will be sent to your email for the concert. And then you can go to that link as many times as you want for about 6 weeks. I think it'll be active.
Isn't that wonderful? And having that link, whether it's on your tablet, your phone, you'll be able to enjoy it wherever you are.
Yeah, yeah. And if you've got Apple TV, you can, what's the word? I forget what the word is. Stream it up on your Apple. There's a word. Cast it on your TV. That's the word. If you want it on something bigger.
At $10, that's a heck of a deal for such a large amount of effort on all of the singers' part and your part. That's a wonderful price.
It was it was a big learning curve for me, the whole ins and outs of doing a concert like that. But I had 3 of them doing it at the same time, and each of them was using a different. We used Justin for all 3. They all had their own program. We were each in a different venue, which made, each venue has its ups and downs, but also they were all using different format places that they were loading the video to. So we had to learn about that.
When I was looking to get a little more information myself, I simply Googled Highlands Festival Singers, and up came the Shop Close By link. So that's another way that people can get to it. And you just go to the Shop Close By, and boom, you're right there, and you're ready to download it. It's pretty straightforward. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So people have I was going to say people have a couple of choices for getting to the purchase. And we should mention at $10, there's no tax either.
No. And if they want to give us more money, they can. We've gone for 24 months with no revenue, but we still had expenses during that 24 months.
Sure.
So our bank account is a little on the low side right now. We still have bills that we have to pay for insurance and just normal bills that the ongoing for the
But when
choir.
you do a concert, do you not have to pay for the music as well?
Yeah. This particular concert we didn't. This particular concert we took from our library because I wanted it to be a little bit easier for the choir. So I tried to pick things that they've sung at least once before.
So every $10 goes towards helping all that sort of expense as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, it's wonderful to see them back together again. I can imagine the joy that they had when they came back together, even though they were socially distanced, just being in the presence of their friends, singing great music. It's a wonderful thing to see.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we'll see what happens in the spring. We may have to do the same thing in the spring. We won't know that for a while.
No, we won't. No. We should mention to everyone too, when you go to the shop close by, you'll see a full listing of all the music that's in the program as well. So
Yes,
you'll be able
and it's and on each song in the video as well, as the intro's happening to the song, you'll see the program again. Like each song has the name of the piece and the composer.
You've had a long history with the Festival Singers. How long has it been now, Melissa?
30 years.
Wow.
1991, we started. I got fuzzies in I taught today, so I had a mask on all day, so I got fuzzies in my eyes. 1991, we formed a choir called the Halliburton Messiah Choir, and the purpose of that was to do 2 or 3 performances of Handel's Messiah, and we thought that would be it. The choir would disband, and here we are, 30 years later. Or in an ordinary year, we would be doing Messiah because it's an anniversary year. We decided over the summer that because we were so uncertain of what we would be able to offer to the public, that we would put it off for a year. So we'll do it next year.
Well, congratulations to you, and congratulations to all the festival singers as well for this Christmas concert, and we wish you well with it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Our guest today has been Melissa Stevens. Melissa is the director of the Highlands Festival Singers. And we send our best of the season to you, Melissa, and to all the members of the Festival Singers as well. Have yourself a good holiday season and a safe one.
Well, thank you, and the same to you and everybody at Canoe.
The 2021 Highlands Festival Singers Christmas Concert is called We Rise Again in Christmas Song, and it's a lovely addition to the Christmas season. Make sure you put it on your to-do list, okay?